Hi, je t'aime, oui. Hi, hi, hi. Cooking adobo. I'm cooking pork adobo because my friends, a lot of people have been asking me to be cooking this because they've been missing it. Yung mga social gatherings namin, whenever we do potluck or yung mga potluck parties, Christmas parties, yung request sa akin is to either bring spaghetti or itong pork adobo. So I'm making a whole bunch because ang dami kong friends, when they found out I was going to make some, they asked if I could make some. Hi, good evening, Jeriel Osley. Hey, good evening, good evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Slowly na personalize ko. Je t'aime, I've been personalizing this kitchen para, if you're gonna cook in it, you might as well, Yes, Lynn, I love adobo. Actually, I make a lot of adobo, and then I freeze it into small batches, and I send my kids, I send to my friends, and then some people have actually been asking if they could order it. So I've actually fried up a whole batch right here. I've been frying up the pork, browning my pork, and I'm gonna be making it into adobo. This is my adobo, which takes about several hours to do. Let me put up nawala yung frame ko. There I go. This is already my last batch of adobo. From Kawayan City, Noel Pasco. Hi, Noel. Hi, Millet, Nikdao. Hello. Shefads and Duma. Hi. Jeriel Osley. Pahingin ng adobo. Now, this adobo I'm making is keto friendly. Alam niyo naman low carb enthusiast and keto diet. Ako, advocate. So I make adobo, and adobo is keto friendly. And for those who aren't familiar sa keto diet actually calls for a higher fat content sa food. So right now, after browning the pork, I'm adding in my garlic. Bawang. Love garlic. Diba yung adobo masarap? Ang ganda. Jutam. It's a bespoke looking kitchen. Chef Fads, makain yan mamaya. Uy, sarap talaga. Yes, oo. Ang sasarap ng pagkain na, actually, diba? Ang sasarap ng pagkain na low carb. Diba, it's funny. We were actually raised with the idea na masama mag-fats, masama Did you ever notice na yung mga taong nagkakasakit are the ones who are doing a high carb diet? Because sa studies, they've seen that necessary talaga sa katawan natin ang fats. Thank you. Thank you, Shea Saure. Yes, thank you. Marjorie Giva, nagugutom ako. Greeting from us in Thailand. Hi. Marjorie, pagkatapos nitong sana when everything eases, talagang balak namin mag-Thailand. Thailand again. I've been probably to Thailand mga 3 times. Last year lang yung isa. Hernan Reliores. Hernan, sorry, minsan hindi kita na siya shout out. Pero ito na, I made it a point kasi minsan nagda-drive ako, di ba? Elaine Alvarez, hi. I'm making adobo. This is not, baka may konti para sa amin ni wifey. But this is about 5 kilos I'm making para sa mga kaibigan na nag-special request talaga ng adobo. So here I've got all the meat here. I'm going to slowly add it back into this pot. Oh no. You know what, dahil hindi ako commercial prepared na kitchen, I have to use 2 pans instead of 1 big pan. Joanne Mariano, hello. Maria Reese. Si Madam ay si Madam Beauty Queen ay sleeping, nagbe-beauty sleep. Napagod sa aerobics kanina. This morning nag-aerobics siya, and then we did a lot of this morning errands. Tapos nagpa-dentist siya kanina. Nakakaano pag ginagalaw ngipin mo sa dentist, somehow nakakapagod, di ba? She's asleep right now. Christine Lanceta, thank you. Hello, G. Villas, hello. Watching from Milan, Mini Cabigon, hi. Azel, Gutierrez Araza, oo, favorite talaga. Kay Luciano, hello. Tahimik wala si wifey tulog eh. Hi Hernan, bumabawi ako sa iyo. Hernan Reliores, Boom Reliores Clan. Hello. Si Hernan, kaibigan ko yan sa low carb group yan sa keto dieting eh. Si Hernan talagang one of the big proponents of low carb on a budget. I'm moving my oil and some of the garlic dito sa other pan because I have to use 2 pans to do my adobo dahil sa dami ng karneng ginawa ko, dahil ang daming nag-request, I don't think kakasya dito sa 2 pan ko. Ganda ng mga colorful cooking utensils ko. So I'm slowly adding my meat back into each pot and pan. So I have to use 2 pans to cook this because hindi kaya ng wok. Nakala ko may giant wok ako. Yung wok ko is not giant enough, parang commercial level na itong dami ng dinuluto kong adobo. Dami natutuwa nga sa low carb type of diet kasi mga food na sinasabing dapat ay control talagang marami. Hi Jessica Padilla. Daniela Luis from Kuwait, hi. Thanks for watching, thanks for joining me while I'm doing this cooking. Ang ganda sa mga live talagang lumalabas na hindi ka nag-iisa. You know what, pag nagluluto ka ng karne, it's really, you have to keep in mind, naliliit ito Naliliit itong karne. Especially the way I cook my adobo cooks for more than almost 2 hours By that time, ang super lambot ng karne. Talagang fall off the bone, kung may bones man. It falls off the bone and at the same time, super lambot, super malasa. But lumiliit. You lose about 50% of the size. So, kino-consider yan. And I can see that talagang kahit mag 50% ito, my pans will be overflowing. Kaya dito ko na ginamit sa 2 pan. These are my 2 biggest pans in the kitchen. Na ang feeling ko, hindi pa rin nila kayang, well, just about exact. Okay? Who's watching? Daniela Luis, Hernan Reliosa, Ling Pake from Abu Dhabi. Hi! Wow, layo mo. What? Meron from Kuwait, meron from Abu Dhabi. Galing. Thanks for joining and watching. Parang may kasama ako sa pagluluto. Welcome to my kitchen. Charmaine Pupanis, good afternoon also. Okay, so now I got my adobo cooking away here. My pork is cooking away here. I'm gonna add salt. To my cooking. I'm doing 2 So roughly, I'm adding salt now. Dahil this is based on recipe yung adobong asin. Salt, diba? Tawag kailangan ng katawan natin yun eh. Electrolytes eh. Okay. This is ni Mark, watching from Australia. Hi. Hi, Wilma. Yashika, hi again. Nakita lang tayo this morning. Okay, I got those cooking. Now I need my, my apple cider vinegar. Talagang bala kong pinalive to para makipagkwentuhan sa inyo habang nagluluto ako. Parang may kasama ako dito. Wow, amoy. Sarap. M. Sanchez, hi, watching from Silay City. Hello, M. Sanchez. Delia Libot from Muscat, Oman. Wow, I mean, you guys are all over the world. Ang galing. Pinoys are everywhere talaga. Yung aking spoon. Amoy ko yung vinegar na, oh. One of the components, I don't know, may adobo ba na ano? Alam ko talagang ginagamit ng adobong vinegar. Pero kailangan talaga yung vinegar. Because iba itong mga cooking styles na to, yung mga adobo, yung mga menudo, yung mga sinigang. These are all actually cooking styles which were developed nung panahon na walang ref. Hi, Amanda Fernandez. Hello. Yashika, hi. Yashika Angela, hi. Cooking here in my kitchen. Habang tulog si wifey Marina, at least kasama ko kayo habang nagluluto. Benjamin Osorio Jr., hi. Watching from Malaysia. Vilma. Hi, Vilma. Serenado, hi. Ano ba kailangan ko? Sa kakadaldal ko, I almost forgot what I need. Okay, ang kailangan ko ngayon, bay leaves ko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bay leaves. Cooking, adobo. Jill Shane Season. You're welcome. Diba? One of the, actually, ang swerte natin mga Pinoy. You know, when you're doing keto, more than the idea of low carb, when you're doing keto diet, one of the advantage we have as Filipinos is that keto dishes are actually so Pinoy. Like yung sinasabi sa mga keto books, sinasabi nila dapat dapat meron kang bone broth. Hindi mo matatagal nang tayo nagbubulalo that you can eat bone marrow, you can eat pork fats. Ayan, adobo. The only difference sa adobo that makes a lot of adobos na hindi possible sa ating keto is that adobo, most adobo, some of them use sugar na bawal naman sa keto. Then also yung iba gumagamit when they use yung soy sauce also. Sabi nga nila, iba talaga. Luckily, meron naman tayong mga alternative na soy sauce for keto, which is yung cocoa aminos. Okay. Sa early part ng cooking, I don't taste the food Dinadaan ko sa amoy But by about 3/4 dapat tinitaste ko na. That way I can make adjustments. This is by popular demand sa mga kaibigan ko who for ilang months na dahil social distancing, hindi nila matry itong adobo ko. Nag-request sila, so naisip ko gawin ko maramihan na. Right, so I'm cooking in 2 pans. Show ko lang sa inyo. Ayun yung aking 2 pans of adobo. Now this is simmering time. Papasimmer ko to. yung aking tripod ay bumabagsak. Okay? Papasimmer ko lang siya. And this is I'm gonna later add hard-boiled eggs to this keto adobo ko. Yes, diba? Angela Yashika, yes, cook adobo. You know, yung maganda, if you can cook a lot of it, tapos i-freeze mo. Diba? I-reheat lang eh. Yes, Yashika, yung adobong puti, para walang toyo. Actually, pero lumaki tayo with the taste of Hi, Cheng Felix. Hi. Wow, daming wave. Daming wave ni Cheng. Di ba maganda nga yung walang wait, let me just grab black pepper. Crushed black pepper. Maganda nga yung adobo sa puti. Di ba basically salt ang ginagamit natin diyan. No, there's no toyo. But lumaki ako with this idea for kailangan ng konting parang kailangan ng sipa ng toyo. Which that was my problem when I got into keto, when I got into low carb. I stopped using the soy sauce. Buti na lang, meron nga cocoa aminos, so I started using that. My friend si Mariami, Direct Mariami, she surprisingly she makes this masarap na keto kusina cocoa aminos, so yan ang ginagamit ko. I only add that later para may umami taste and to add to the taste of this. So let's see, what did I do? I got my bay leaves, I got salt, I got my vinegar, water, boil. Okay, I think I've got this going nicely. Look at the progress. Dapat nga tawagin ko itong parang humba. Pero yung humba, di ba parang mas matamis? This is more of it's a sweetish Now instead of sugar, we also use equal gold. Siyempre nasa kitchen. Nazareth. Oh no. Pa-shoutout po, Jelay in Pangasinan. Jelay kasi itong Japanese writing kasi itong kaya nahirapan ako eh. Pero buti sinabi mo, Jelay, hi in Pangasinan. Already lost 11 kilos in 5 months. Bravo. Yan ang kagandahan nito eh. Yan ang sinasabi natin sa mga tao. When you try keto or when you do intermittent fasting, if you do it, kahit you do it slightly hindi perfect, imposibleng wala kang results. Kaya minsan may nagsasabi sa akin, ginagawa ko, I'm not losing weight. Alam ko they're doing it wrong. Something they did wrong or else dinadaya nila. Right? Actually parang nakakaano nga itong pagluluto eh. Ito yung steaming ko. Lori Ann De Passion, hi. Cheng Felix, more palakpakan. Marami kasing product wala dyan kay Yashika. Pero may salt, di ba? You have salt and vinegar naman dyan. Di ba? So pwede yung sa puti. Mary Jane Benedicto, yeah, thank you. Vanessa Padilla, hi. Onyx Lesur in Dubai, hi. Onyx ba o binaliktad din natin to? Kailangan Pinapahirapan niyo ako. Yap, Annabelle, diba parang ano, ang kagandahan nga nitong live natin para rin tayo may mga kasama tuloy sa kitchen. I think kulang pa itong water ko, so I'm gonna make some more. Nadagdagan ko ng hot water para may adobo can simmer properly. Para talagang ano, this is the fourth time kasi na pinapalambot ko itong karne. Yung adobo ko comes out na malasang malasa, tapos yung taba halos natutunaw. Sometimes omad, sometimes timad jelly. Most of the time, it works for me. Kami rin timad. Very rarely ako nag-uumad. Once a day. Two meals a day ako. And then I found out, mas ano ko yung maramihan, yung madaming ano, yung kailangan by, kasi yung ginagawa kong intermittent fasting is 16-8, where we start eating at 12, and then 8 o'clock is when our eating window closes. So before that, yan yung second meal namin, usually by 6:30 or 7, pero heavy. Todo, para busog kami all the way up to the night, and then tulog na kami. Hi Mary! Lerms Lab Ramirez Lestones. Hi, yes, oo, let's all stay safe. Yes, oo. Yashika, yes. Masarap na magluto ng marami, and then in portions, itago in portions. Dati ginagawa ko nasa isang lalagyan, pero I learned to do it in small portions katulad nito. Kinatago sa mga ganito. Yung kagandahan nito, kasi kami, we don't know, dahil si wifey doesn't believe in microwave. Lermslev, Lestones, umad din ako, 3 p.m. is my feasting. Thanks a lot sa group na to and to you. You're welcome, you're welcome. 3 p.m., so later ka. Lorette Candelaria, hello. Yap, Yashika, di ba? If you can't be so strict, at least kaya mong bantayan yung oras mo para sa intermittent fasting. Got that? I got that. Now, I need my covers pala. Teka, inukuha ko pa yung extra sauce pala. Nakakatulong mag-maintain talaga ang ano, timad. Yung minsan nga kami, we have, lalo pa pag masarap na masarap, kung wari adobo yung first meal namin of the day, ay patay. Ang laki, ang dami namin kakainin. So I have to make a lot of cauli rice or minsan yung ano, cabbage rice. Actually, isang kaibigan ko si Joe Fermin, and then si Mrs. Barbara, ang dami nilang recipes about cabbage rice. Cabbage rice and cauli rice, magandang ano, replacement for having regular rice if you can't get shirataki rice or yung ano, miracle rice na tinatawag nila sa ibang countries. Because yan yung ano when you're doing low carb or keto and you're avoiding carbohydrates like rice, potatoes or bread, it's very difficult unless you have a lot of discipline and you really have a strong goal and you're goal oriented. It's very difficult to just take out the starch, take out the carbs. One of the best and easiest ways I find is dapat meron kang kapalit, di ba? May replacement ka. You should replace the, hi Christina and Ella Marie Leos from Hong Kong. Kumusta dyan sa Hong Kong? Di ba balita ko medyo humina na yung COVID dun sa Hong Kong? One of the things I found out going back is that instead of trying to omit, bawal, may hinahanap tayong third component sa meal, yung pampabusog, which is usually yung carbs. So we replace that. That's why I have, kunin ko sa ref, I always maintain a supply of itong this is, kita nyo yan, this is konjac noodles. It says spaghetti pero minsan ginagamit ko is ramen. There's another one I want to share. Itong isang ito na-discover ko recently lang, and I was always thinking of this idea. Asan ba yun? Hello. Yeah, here it is. Here is ito. I don't know if you can see that closely. Di ba para siyang rice? This is actually shirataki rice na dry or konjac rice. So, ganun din. Instead of trying to say hinahanap ng dila ko yung rice, you should have an alternate rice that you can have. Rice substitute. Okay, my adobo is going to simmer for several minutes. Cover that. And my other pan, I cover also. I have to set to simmer, a low simmering level also. Ang hirap nitong stoves na ganito. Yung when you're trying on some of them to get it to simmer level, yung binababa mo to really low, minsan namamatay. Itong stove na to is more than 10 years old na. So yung kanyang starter wala na. So we have to use yung mga, di ba itong mga starter sa kanya. But it cooks nicely pa rin. Whew. Okay, and then ito yung pinaka-importanting gadget. Yashika, di ko pa na-try ang cabbage rice. Yeah, try mo. Hanapin mo yung kay Mrs. B's Cube or yung kay Joe Fermin. And meron silang recipe ng cabbage rice. It's basically parang yung shredded mo yung cabbage and then i-boil mo lang and then drain. Tapos pag kinain mo kasabay ng mga ulam, parang hindi mo na mapapansin na wala kang rice. So I am setting my pinaka-importante when you cook is you should have a timer. Huwag mong asahan na kaya mong itansya. Because sometimes, lalo pang panahon ngayon, multitasking tayo. Walang mangyayari. You may end up forgetting. So I'm going to let this go for about 45 minutes para lumambot talaga yung aking pork. Actually, win a 1 hour ko, but I set my timer at 45 minutes para I can check on the pork in 45 minutes. And then I always have a giant glass of electrolytes water. Kasi init, oh. Really losing a lot of electrolytes and liquid. Ito na naman si Nimpa Garcia. Hi, lagi ko pong inaabangan yung cooking time niyo po. I'm on keto. Good for you. Good for you, di ba? Right now, during these times, the thing we can control is what we eat and what our weight is going to be. Hi, Rizalina Barbosa. Hi. What is this? Kokomi Horton? Abdella Ismail, PNP member from Lanao del Sur. Hi June Eusebio, thanks for watching. Sarap ng amoy nga eh. Angela, sarap ng amoy. Actually, nag-install ako ng dito sa house. Nagpa-install ako ng napilitan ako mag-install ng exhaust fan dito. Dagdag pa sa dahil ang lakas ng smell ng cooking ko dito whenever I cook. Okay, so I'm gonna let this cook for a while. Tapos pwede magkwentuhan pa tayo. Joe Fermin on the way na. Si Joe Fermin is one of these fantastic keto cooks also. Marami siyang recipe. So I went outside here na naman sa aking balcony para magpalamig. Ang init sa loob dyan sa kitchen. Cindy Lingkong from Cagayan de Oro, hi. Jules Magnayo, hello, hello. Thanks for watching. Uchiha Madara, hi. Welcome to my live from Ricardo's kitchen. Carding's low carb kitchen. Just gonna come back in and check out on my adobo. Let me try to flip my camera. Aha, here. Flip. Ayan. My adobo is cooking nicely. Pina low heat ko siya pareho in my two biggest pans. Tapos ayokong maging boring kasing kitchen ko, kaya puro suggestion ni wifey, dapat yung mga equipment ko is all colorful. So colorful pati yung aking spatulas, my measuring cups and spoons, para may konting buhay daw. Hi Cindy Lingkong, hi. Jeriel, yes, busy, pero fun, di ba? Para hindi tayo ma-bored, para hindi tayo madismay mga depression. Baka napapansin nyo sa mga pader namin, may mga smiley face every now and then, may smiley face na nakalagay. Everywhere around the house may mga smiley face kami na nakuha namin yan sa bangko. Sa BPI, nagbigay sila ng mga paypay na smiley face and they said, take as many as you want. Ginawa namin, kinabit-kabit namin sa bahay para happy, every time we look at it, when you see the smiley face, you have to smile back. Joe Pegos, hi there. Ito yung ito yung aking bisita, bodyguard ko dito. Ito si Softy, ang pusang makulit na actually hindi amin ito. He thinks he owns this house Akala niya siya may-ari nitong bahay So he comes here and then we had to put this, kaya ito in-install namin. Ang dami nilang dumarating dito para dumalaw because we also feed them Pero ito makulit tong lalaking to, and he's very protective. Akala niya bahay niya to, binabawalan niya may ibang pusa dumating. So it's also good para hindi kami overload ng mga pusa. I'll show you yung isa pang bisita namin. I'll show you her. She's there lying down across the road. Ang tawag namin sa kanya si Ewok. Nag-aabang siya Nakaabang yan kasi she's waiting for us kasi sa gabi papakain din kami ng mga pusa dito. Actually kasi yan yung isang ginagawa namin dito ni wifey. Since we got our own si kitty cat, marami kasi mga pusa na galing sa mga kapitbahay na inabandon. Meron kaming isang neighbor doon na somewhere down over there. She had something like 15 cats. Siya yung mayordoma ng bahay. Tapos namatay. She had a stroke, namatay siya. High carb diet siya. She had a stroke and namatay. And then yung ginawa ng boss niya, yung amo niya, found out that she had 15 cats. Tinapon lahat sa street. They were all thrown on the street and kanya-kanya. And dahil nasanay silang naka-cage at pinapakain, they weren't able to feed themselves. So kami, mga tira-tirang pagkain ni Kitty, we started just bring it out. Kasi minsan pag may pusa ka, you'll notice pag binigyan mo ng pagkain, hindi siya madalas kumain. They don't eat all the time. May mga leftover. So yung ginawa naman itong si wifey, yung tira ni Kitty, she started giving it to this Unfortunately, these poor cats na hindi marunong magpakain ng sarili, isa-isang namatay. Because dahil nga sa dahil hindi sila marunong maghanap ng pagkain, if not for yung binibigay namin. Okay, I'm back, just checking, giving my adobo one more check again. Sa mga nagluluto dyan, for those who are not too used to cooking, isa pang tip, when you open your pot, di ba? May tendency na may cloud of steam. Hindi mo lang bubuksan diretso. You can actually take your cover and then open it away from you para yung steam hindi pupunta sa face mo. Hindi ka mapasok. Tapos you'll notice may steam na nakasabit dito. When you do that, lalabas yung steam. Hi, thank you for sharing it, Joe. Keto adobo. Sino tong? Si Mea Herona. Diyan ako hapunan, daddy. And a steam away from you. Now ito, take a look at my adobo here. Let me just lower this. Usually cameraman ko kasi si wifey pero tulog eh. If you look at my adobo here, ay hindi nyo makita. Let me just adjust again. Yung adobo ko is in liquid pa. I want it to be in liquid simmering para para lumambot lahat yan. I have a nice mix there of fatty pieces and of course may laman din. Dito sa isa ganun din. Now after I did this check, I'm going to leave this alone for a while para magluto siya. Tapos magiging masarap yan. Alrighty? So in the meantime, Jonathan Jonathan Formarejo. Yep, ang linuluto ko is keto adobo, pork adobo. Maraming nag-request sa mga kaibigan na gusto nilang mag-order ng adobo. Kung pwede ko daw gawin negosyo. Pero dahil on popular demand, humingi sila ng adobo. Sabi ko, sige, para matapos na. Water. Just Shilani Shane. Parang dapat talaga national food talaga Filipino is adobo, no? Parang ganoon nga, di ba? Maricel, hi. Cooking adobo. Okay, I'm doing that. I'm gonna quickly might as well habang di ba? Habang hinihintay ko yung adobo ko, I might as well make myself a nice cup of coffee sa aking maliit na mug. Diba? Like we were saying this morning, ang coffee talaga. Sige na gagamitin ko. Instant Nescafe. No, I'm gonna use one Nescafe and one Great Taste. Kasi malaking cup ko eh. It's good for 2 cups eh. Coffee. Let's have coffee. Jonathan pa po mag-order. Roxanne, parang amoy na eh, no? Dito ang sarap ng smell niya. Sabi ko nga, yung nangyayari nito, after this I have to Yes, Yashika, tara, timpla ng coffee. Sweetener. Danica, Goma cooked munggo and now you cook you're cooking adobo. Actually, sarap kasi yung adobo ko is nagiging dry, although I put sauce on the side para malasa pa rin because my kids love the sauce. Bagay, no? Adobo at munggo. Wow! Ang sarap. Ako, I love munggo. I just don't cook it too much kasi nag-iingat ako sa rayuma, yung gout. And for those of us nga who are doing keto, talagang we try to avoid yung beans and mungo are considered, diba? Mung bean yan eh. May Belicena Marfil. Thank you. Oh, yung actually itong adobo ko, gusto ng mga kaibigan ko. So, ito na, I'm making this batch for them. And yung cooking time ko nga nito is about an hour. That's just cooking time pa lang. Hindi pa yung second phase ko, which is when I cook it again. Yung tawag ko nga dito, twice cooked adobo. Ito napakahalaga nitong laging nandito sa kusina ko, itong when I cook things like this, is itong aking hot water kettle, because when the water goes down, I like to add more water para submerged yung meat. Pay Shilani, ganda ng apron, no? Denim nga eh. Denim, bigay ni Marina. Kasi I used to use this generic black, ayaw ni Marina kasi black on black. So si Marina got me this apron na denim. It's matibay, tapos protektado ako sa mga splashes, lalo pa yung mga oily pag nagfa-fry. Alidor Quizon, how many times a day do you drink coffee? Maybe sometimes once a day, sometimes 3 times a day. Depende sa I find kasi by drinking black coffee, it keeps me from snacking. Because a lot of the times, pag naghahanap tayo ng snack, dahil bored lang tayo, our mouth is trying to find something to do. Tapos yung tapang ng kape doesn't allow you to one shot mo na parang ginawa mong tubig. Like ito, electrolyte drink ko. This is, kanina pa ako umiinom nito. Lahat ng drinking items ko is giant. Parang ito, this is my standard drinking container na every day I drink one of these at least para I know that I have 2 liters of water. Shika, nakakarayuma ang munggo if you have it too often. Kasi meron tayong level of uric sa katawan na yung uric doesn't just drain out. It stays in your body for a while, and if you sunod-sunod kumain ka ng mga uric-causing foods, talaga magkakarayuma ka. Eventually, overloaded yan, magkakarayuma. I actually started noticing it maybe mga 10 years ago, kasi ang hilig ko talaga mag-adobo, kaya ko mag-isang kalderong adobo. And then, minsan nagnanam yung leg ko, yung pala, papuntang rayuma na pala yun. Keto Queen PH, hello! Keto Queen PH, ayan ang mga keto specialist sa pagkain ng keto. We are all supportive of each other sa keto community. Because we really want to spread the word na keto is a very, very healthy way of eating. Actually, nagulat nga ako minsan, meron nag-comment sa isang keto group when somebody was talking about yung chicharon, kumakain ng chicharon, sabi niya, let's not go to the point of saying it's healthy. No, fat is healthy. Actually, pati yung World Health Organization and the American Dietary Association, nung araw, a few years ago, they used to say limit the fat. Bawal ang fat, ganitong karaming fat. Now, without admitting na mali yung sinasabi nila about fat before, yung ginawa nila is now they put no limit. They don't write a limit. They just say, don't eat too much, but they don't say, ganitong karami lang, ilang percentage lang. Wala na. Yung fats does not have a number anymore. That's their pasimpleng way of saying, without admitting. Di kayo gumagamit ng stainless na kutsara kapag nagpapalambot ng karne. No, actually, the combination of kasi yung aking pan sa yung mga pans ko, Jolan Labatete, at technique yan ni Lolo Cepeda ko, also yung stainless But because my pans are non-stick, may non-stick coating, ayoko silang magasgasan with stainless. So I use these, itong mga silicone. And they've really helped. And without using the, no, or just on the cooking time with the vinegar and then the closed, na kailangan nakasara eh. The closed heat. Lumalambot naman parang nag-pressure cooker pa nga eh. Yung ano ko, especially pag ginamit ko yung cut na pork na may buto, it comes out to falling off the bone. Kaya mong hatakin na yung buto with your fingers. Maricel, oo. On ano naman, on when cooking chicken adobo, yung technique is a lot, ano, di ba? Shorter. Yung cooking time mo shorter, or else if you try to cook the same way with, or else when you do chicken pork adobo, yung chicken later mo pa idadagdag eh. Brown mo muna, idadagdag mo with the already cooking pork, or else yung chicken mo sobrang durog. Magiging shredded chicken na, di ba? Keto Queen PH, yes, hello, hello. Vinky Baldivas Barrel watching from Makati, hi. Danica Uso Makapagal, hi. Jovic Magdua, pwede ba ang hotdog sa keto? Depende sa hotdog eh. Because meron kasing gumagawa ng keto-friendly hotdogs. One of them is itong Johnsonville. May carbs pa rin kasi most hotdog may carbs yun eh. And depende sa level mo of being fat adapted eh. If you've been doing a strict keto where your body is already in a fat adapted mode, na mabilis siya magsunog ng fats for energy, then some people take the chance to be allowed to do what they call a dirty keto. So pwede depende sa hotdog na kukunin mo. You look for yung Johnsonville, yan ang pasadong-pasado na ano. And then there's another brand na I forgot the name eh. Pero kung maalala ko, i-message ko sa'yo. There's another brand also na talagang it's very, walang sinamang masyadong carbs. Kasi maraming local hotdog natin, maraming extenders. Oh yes, Myrene, when you come back, talagang papatikim ko sa'yo to. Siguro kami ni Kuya Bong will do Bong Regala, mag-ano kami ng potluck, di ba? Dapat with sila Des. Actually timing kasi Myrene, whenever you've been here, hindi nag-timing sa Christmas party kaila Desiree Benipayo. Desiree Benipayo, that's sister-in-law. Sister-in-law ni Marina. No, si Desiree Verdadero, Abisamis. Pag Christmas party sa kanya, nakailang beses ko nang dinala yung adobo eh. And then, actually nagulat nga ako kasi minsan parang na-snub yung adobo ko. Because I bring a lot for the people in the party. At yung nangyayari, parang pakonti-konti lang kumuha sa mga plato yung mga tao. Sabi ko, ay hindi mabenta somehow. Yung pala, ang balak pala ng mga friends, i-take home. Yung pala na binulungan na nila yung host si Des na paano sila, Tupperware sila. Yashika Angela dito, sir, uso din ang keto. Mga katrabaho ko, papayat na nila, healthy na din kami dito. Good for you, di ba? Ang kagandahan, in the last 5 years, umangat ang keto. Mainly, salamat because of social media. A lot of experts, parang nandyan si Thomas DeLauer. Then there are a lot of keto groups now, di ba? There's the low carb intermittent fasting, si Dave Aguila. Then yung isang friend from the PMA group who's also in a keto group is si Jim Alagaw. Ang daming nagkikito. So it's very easy to find communities that can support us dito sa keto. Jing Bakiran, hi. Kit Blanco from Bohol, hello. Myrene, promise yan. Talagang magiging staple na to. I think I'm going to really be keeping a large supply of this. Camotes Island, Judeca Machete. Wow, Camotes Island. Wow, totoo ba yan? Camotes Island? O Camotes? Myrene Villaruel, 4 months doing keto. I'm so glad nakakatulong, di ba? It's very important. That's why social media, ang laking bagay ng social media nakatulong sa pagkikito ng mga tao. Because social media has allowed people to talk together to find better research para hindi lang sumusunod na kung sinabi ni sino-sino. You can actually find the information na. Coffee. Ang sarap ng coffee. I don't know how many I put 2 sticks of coffee in this cup because yung aking cup napakaliit. Di ba? So, kasi tinatamad ako na since I use a water kettle, ayoko ayoko yung it cools down, then I have to heat it again when I need a second cup. Kitty Cerillo watching from Paranaque. Hello, Kitty. Now my adobo's cooking down na. Happily simmering. I always make sure my adobo is like that, simmering. Para alam ko, the heat is being contained nicely. Yan. Tapos nakasara yung top so that the heat is coming in with all the tissues, all the fibers of the meat. Yashika, yes, actually, dahil sa keto, especially sa intermittent fasting, nakakalakas because they've actually traced nga, di ba, yung inflammation which comes from eating a high carb diet is what is the cause of a lot of illnesses in the body, which make our body weak, kaya yung diabetes, right? High blood pressure, yung inflammation, right? Inflammation from eating a high carb diet, it makes our body weaker, and that's why mas madaling magkasakit ng ibang sakit. That's why sabi ng somebody said nga parang yung sa LCIF group, pinagtawanan daw na that some of them were detected sa test as being positive for keto. Sabi pinagtawanan lang din daw. Actually, hindi nila pinagtawanan. They didn't laugh about it. But they were not concerned about it developing into serious conditions because alam nila malakas ang system nila. That's our defense against viruses, pathogens, is our own immune system. Our body makes antibodies to fight those invaders, viral invaders, bacterial invaders. Our body makes an antibody to fight these particular parang kumbaga nakita may kalaban si Manny Pacquiao pag nakakita ng kalaban kukuha siya ng sparring partner para humanda. So our body has its own protection inside, but you have to give it the right food para mas malakas siya. Jovic Magdua, nakikito ako for 2 months, pumayat na ako, but I'm not gaining muscles when I'm working out. Pwede po ba yan for muscle gains? Jovic, if you're trying to gain muscle, baka kulang ang protein mo. You know, if you anong weight mo ba? What is your body weight ba? Yes, oo, yan Shika, actually, yan ang hinahabol ng mga di ba, if you're on keto, you know that yung animal fat is not bad. In fact, ginagamit namin yung isang keto specialist, fitness expert, Pinoy, who's in Australia, si Brad Soltura. Talagang ginagawa niya when he cooks beef, yung fat na nare-render sa kanya, if he cooks beef or something, iniipon niya yan, and he uses that for cooking. Drinking black coffee too. Lynn Godin from Marikina. Oh, kape-kape tayo, Lynn. While I'm watching my adobo cook away here. Now I see that my liquid level is lower than I want because some of the meat is starting to rise above the level of the liquid. This is where I add yung hot water na galing sa aking hot water kettle. Just adding a little because I just want the meat to be in the water, not above it. Ibig sabihin marami. While it's cooking kasi nag-evaporate yung nagre-reduce yung sauce. Shimon watching from Riyadh. Wow, hello, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Jovic Magdua from 90 kilos down to 83 kilos. 7 kilos, that's about 15 pounds, no? Di ba ang galing? Ang galing? Oh no. Hello. Hindi ko mabasa itong kasi Parang naka ano, Arabic writing ba to? Hindi ko mabasa, sorry. Hindi ko mabasa yung name mo. Chelsea Mendoza, hi, hello. Let me just grab myself a chair para makaano dito sa next to my cooking. Raju Das, hello. Kanino itong ano, itong mysterious pangalan dito? Hey Chris, Coach Chris Bautista is watching. Si Coach Chris is the basketball coach na who was very responsible sa career ng aking anak na si Joshua, who went into College of St. Benilde. Naging varsity player siya doon. Salamat sa keto diet, I was able to bulk him up, put muscle on him. Yung nagtanong kanina about muscle, no? Chelsea Mendoza, hi. Who's asking about gain ng muscle? You have to increase your protein. You make sure that you're like sa lalaki, if you're doing keto, kasi yung strict keto is sinasabi nga nila moderate protein, hindi high protein. If you're trying to gain muscle, you have to add protein. Hindi ka pwede moderate protein if you're trying to build muscle. Like me, because I want a bigger muscular frame, I don't do the moderate protein, but I make sure I have about 40 to 50 grams of protein a day. Now, if you consider what that means, is I measure it lang sa ganito or yung sa palm size. Dapat I eat at least 4 na ganitong size na portions of protein food a day to maintain muscle. Judes Machete started keto from 79 kilos after 2 weeks, 71. That is 8 kilos, di ba? 16 pounds? Hi, Tess Fernando in Singapore. Hello. Raju Dash. Hi, your name. Hi, your name. Verna Teresa Peru Lopez from Legazpi City, Albay. Verna Teresa Peru Lopez, hi. Yes, oo, sa Shimon. This is just instant coffee na black coffee. Well, it's not black because I added equal gold, but it's yung black coffee, yung is pang keto. Yung binabawalan lang natin sa keto is when you use yung creamers na non-dairy, yung mga, I won't say the brand, basta yung non-dairy creamers are actually carb. So this one is black coffee. Sa keto pwede naman ang coffee. In fact, it's very helpful to control your appetite para hindi ka gugutumin. I just like to drink a lot of coffee para control din, kasi minsan bored lang, you're looking for something to do, so minsan napapakain tayo. Jolan Labatete, kumbaga may recipe na talaga kayo niyan or more on tansyahan na lang po? No, I have a basic recipe. In fact, if you look at yung sa itong page ko sa FB, I have a recipe of keto adobo, or I called it ketobo. It's may basic recipe, but actually dinadaan ko rin when I'm actually cooking it, tansyahan. Yung measurements na binigay ko dyan sa video are more for the sake of para lang more or less sabihin ko sa yung taong watching the video has an idea more or less what to put. Pero when I do this, it's still by taste. I know the ingredients that I'm putting in. I more or less put that amount, and then may adjustments pa rin Kasi minsan depende sa ginamit mo. Like yung asin na ginamit ko, may mga asin nga sila, but they're saltier. Tapos may asin naman na hindi kasing salty. So idadaan mo sa panlasa din Now, because I want to get that touch in here na parang I'm using that from the Keto Kusina, the Coco Aminos. Now, depende kung saan ang brand ng Coco Aminos, ganun din. I might use 2-3 tablespoons depending what brand eh. So, chine-check talaga. Roger Das, na-confuse ako dyan sa high, high your name. Chelsea Mendoza, hi. Yashika, lagi may kasamang fish or seafood sa cauliflower rice ko plus eggs. Oh, para hindi boring, di ba? Kasi yung cauliflower actually, when we cook it and use it as rice, walang lasa, di ba? So, bagay na dapat haluan ng ano. Di ba yung cauli rice ko, I always make it into fried rice. The last time ata ginawa ko spam rice pa nga eh, chopped spam. Now spam, although spam has some carbohydrate in it, walang problema naman because konti lang naman eh. You can, if you're already keto or fat adapted, yung konti-konti naman. Rita Lacson, after a year of keto, nag-stop ka, no? Now I gained weight and I can't go back. What to do? Malamang, alam mo, Rita, I have a feeling yung ginawa mo yung todong deprival keto. Like I was saying kanina sa mga nanonood now, you cannot, it's very hard to do keto na bawal ang rice, bawal ang ganito. You must replace yung mga carbohydrates na nakahiligan mo. So instead eat cauli rice, shirataki rice, or cabbage rice, kailangan may kapalit para hindi mo hinahanap. Because we're always looking, nasanay tayo, we were trained na dapat may ulam, may gulay, may kanin. Or may ulam, may gulay, may patatas. Right? Pag sa Amerika, steak, potatoes, and some sort of veggies. And pag sinabi mo, bawal yung potatoes, bitin eh. There's still that third component that our taste, our mouth is looking for, our brain is looking for. So dapat meron kang kapalit na legal. Right? You should try to replace. That's why there are a lot of businesses coming out now that are doing low-carb snacks, low-carb cheesecakes. Right? Sorry. Nagpa-transfer yung phone ko. Sabi niya, please transfer some files. Again, I was going, Rita Lacson. I was advising Rita, it's very difficult to be strict na to take away yung mga bawal. Yung mga bawal, sanay na tayo to have the third component in a meal. So like, if you're doing tapsilog, di ba, pwede ang tapa, pwede ang itlog. Tapos tinanggal mo yung rice. You can do that for a while, pero eventually hahanap-hanapin ng katawan mo that third part of the meal, which is the rice. Instead of rice, mag-keto rice ka, which is nga yung shirataki, yung cauliflower, or yung shirataki rice, konjac rice, diba? Cauliflower rice, cabbage rice. Ito, I just shared this kanina eh. Ito nahanap ko just recently, natuwa ko eh. I don't know if you guys can see this here. This is organic skinny rice, which is konjac shirataki rice, pero dry siya. And then look at ito, rice na rice. Yung only difference nito kesa yung regular shirataki that comes in a wet package. Ito you have to hydrate it again kasi dried eh. Pero it's very convenient kasi hindi mo kailangan i-ref. Ito, I always keep supplying ito. Itong konjac noodles, right? Or in other countries they call it miracle noodles, but make sure it's from the konjac. Ito, this is 0 calories, 0 carb, high fiber, and it's a quick thing to do. Hi Idol, sabi ni Verna Lopez, hi. Marie Rojas, hi. Christine Raquel Aguinaldo, hello. Sorry your name, Kison. Kushon, Raju. Shimon, okay. Ivy Lyra watching from Guimaras. Catherine Flores Osorio watching here in Taguig. Neighbor ko lang. Kasi Pasig kami. Right? Okay. Wow, says Ignacio from Hong Kong. Radyo, ang gulo ng phone mo. Radyo says now. Ngayon, wow. Jolan Labatete, you're welcome. Keto Kusina. Kanina ko pang binabanggit ito from Keto Kusina, itong cocoa aminos na gagamitin ko dito sa aking adobo. Yes, Rita, Alam mo yung important, that's why sa keto, it's very important to watch your fat content. Fat in your diet also controls your hunger. So make sure you get enough fat in the diet. That's why yung akin, tignan mo yung adobo. That happy adobo there, steam, ano? You see all the oil, that's walang dagdag na oil yan. That's all from the pork fat. And that fat, our body needs that. The brain needs fat eh. That's why minsan yung mga taong, di ba minsan meron yung mga taong nag-heart attack bigla, tapos meron yung nag-stroke bigla. Did you ever notice na a lot of these people, sinasabi nila, kung kailan ako nag-healthy diet, dyan ako tinamaan ng stroke, dyan ako tinamaan ng heart attack. And this is when they stopped having fat in the diet. You look at that, di ba? Surprisingly, because nga the studies show the body needs fat. From Tagum City, si Ash, what is this? Ash Kidin? From Tagum City. Annalyn, Aninyon, you're so welcome. I hope na makatulong sa'yo. I'm really on this advocacy to try to share ideas about keto, business if I can help it, and diba? And so that people know what's going on. Prince Shahezad. Vinky Baldivas Barrel started keto diet. Let me see. Low carb diet plus taking my chia seeds regularly 8 years from 136 pounds down to 106, maintaining na lang. Nakakasawa din ang paulit-ulit. Tama ka, nakakasawa because a lot of friends, by the way, Ronnie and Robert are my friends from Davao. Oh, Ronnie, and for everyone out there, Ronnie is my kuya in Davao and Robert is my twin brother. Actually, twins kami. We share the same birthday, although hindi kami magkamuka. Pero gwapo din yun. Mas gwapo ako, huwag mo sabihin sa kanya. Yep, that's why I always look for additional recipes to make it interesting kasi nakakasawa kung pare-pareho lang lagi ka talagang kinakain mo. That's why a lot of people have a hard time doing low carb because they think limited lang yung recipes, limited yung pwede kainin. Hides Hernandez, Elena Aure, hi, God bless. From Kapan. Oh, from Japan. Okay, sabi ko, Kapan. Parang hindi ko na-gets. From Japan. Hi there. Marami akong friends in Japan also. Yashika, o nga, sabi cholesterol daw. Yun pala, kailangan natin ng cholesterol, di ba? Cholesterol actually makes the cell walls of our cells are made of cholesterol. Kasi actually sinisisi lang nila yan because they were trying to take the blame away para hindi mapansin na asukal at yung carbs ang kasalanan. Salamat Vinky, salamat so much. The Go Brothers, thank you. Jean Da Jose, thank you very much. Oo, actually if you were here, maamoy-amoy mo na ang sarap nga ng lasa, amoy nito. Okay, I will just check my timer and I have 4 minutes left on my timer dito. Leah Padua from Ilocos Sur. Hi Leah. Yes, Yashika. Yes, si Robert Go. He's living in Florida. He's a PT, physical therapist, frontliner siya doon. Actually, this tells you something about yung ating keto diet because it gives you a strong immune system. Si Robert was one of those people who was because there may regular silang testing dahil frontliner siya, na positive siya sa test but wala siyang symptoms, wala siyang naramdaman na symptoms. And yung wife niya, si Eileen, also a PT, hindi naman nahawa. And then shortly after, yung next test niya, negative naman. And the thing about having a positive first at a negative later, kailangan may third test para sigurado alin yung unanimous, majority decision. At nag-negative din. So, negative siya. Vivian Estropia, hello there. Eileen Ganier from Kauai, Hawaii. Wow, everybody. What time is it there in Hawaii, Eileen? Dito it is 6:30 p.m. And Docile, Marivel, hello. Oh no. Meron akong mga comment dito na coming out in Arabic writing. Sorry, hindi ako makareply. I don't understand what that means. Oh no. I'm so sorry, hindi kita ma-acknowledge, mag-greet. It's in Arabic. Hindi ko maintindihan what it's saying. So, I am checking again. I have 2 minutes left on my simmering time sa adobo ko. Oh, Eileen, it's 12:30 ng gabi sa Hawaii? 12:30? Wow! Juvie Retiro, hi. Normal po bang lipid? Yeah, my all normal. I just had the other day I just had a test before and everything's normal. Ever since I did people have been asking me that, and I do have regular checkups and tests and everything's normal. Wala namang problema na Sometimes some people when they're new to keto or low carb, medyo nagloloko yung mga readings nila. Saan yung mga itik, Yashika? Yung mga Hi po, Gaway from General Santos City. Hi, hi, hi. Cannot understand you at all. I'm so sorry. Baka nga hindi ko mag-gets ang sinasabi. Hindi ko nag-gets eh. Juvie, buti pa kayo. Ako 28 years old, mataas na lipid profile. Sana ko mag-okay pag nagtagal na. Yeah, Juvie, how long have you been doing yung keto ba? Rita Lacson, yan ba yung sinabi niya? Assume na lang natin. Assume na lang natin. Okay, my is going off. My timer is going off. I-check ko yung adobo to see the situation. Okay. Steam away from me. Wow. Okay, folks. Let me just check, huh? Okay, I'm gonna just show you guys one of these, huh? My adobo is nicely cooked. Now I'm gonna, this is about this time, I'm gonna start tasting this, see how the flavors are coming through. Water has again reduced. Beautiful. Now somebody asked me a while ago how the na hindi na kailangan gumamit ng hindi na kailangan gumamit ng stainless para lumambot. No, actually dito nga sa style ko, the way I cook this, lumalambot naman. Lumalambot na rin with and then I use this Now you see yung meat ko, this meat here. I don't know kung makita niyo closely, no? Yung meat niya is very soft already. So pa lang, less than 1 hour cooking na closed like that. I don't know if that's the chemical reaction from using yung apple cider vinegar. nagkaka-overloaded itong ano ko, yung isang ano ko. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, kasi parang yung smaller pot ko nagkaroon ng extra space. I'm gonna take some from the bigger pot to add to the smaller one. Because I want the liquid to be going around the meat so that lumambot siya. Napaka helpful itong I forget what this is called. It's a sieve or ano, but it helps me grab ano without me dripping the sauce all over the place when I transfer from one pot to the other. Now I need my spoon for tasting. Ayan, buti na lang tinaste ko siya. Yeah, just about right. Masarap. I'm mixing it because I want to know, because when the sauce has reduced like this, nako-concentrate yung flavors niya. I'm gonna let these all cook together again for another 15 minutes para talagang maging masarap ito. Now because I opened it, bumaba yung pagka-boiling niya. Now this can actually catch up again now that I'm closing it again. Leave that covered again for last 15 minutes. Bango na, bango. Melva Tolentino, hi. Yep, actually yung live ko has been going on for about 45 minutes na, kasi yung cooking time ko sa adobo is 45 minutes nung nag-alarm eh. Yashika, oh, tama. Salaan. Yep. Salaan ang tawag dyan sa... Kasi for the longest time, nagtsatsaga ako dito sa slotted spoon para maglipat ng mga solid items. And then, dahil dito sa ating dahil sa ating situation ng yung ating situation nga nitong nangyayaring period natin na quarantine, talagang luto ako ng luto. Because I love cooking. But if I have the option of somebody making one that's already masarap, kukunin ko na lang yung sorry na nag-stop for a while. Sinasabi ng phone ko kailangan maglipat ako ng yung pala pag nagla-live ako nagsasave ang dito sa phone. So sinasabi niya I have to transfer memory to my SD card. Jovic Daklison Magdua. Sir, ilang taon na po kayo nagkikito and paano nyo na-discover ang keto? Okay. Well, history. Actually, Jovic ako, I started in 1986 as a fitness instructor. Yan ang ginagawa ko after I got out of PMA to support my tuition and stuff and to earn. I went to UP, but I was also working as a fitness instructor. I learned fitness and nutrition for myself dahil payatot ako when I was younger. And then when I learned fitness, yung tinuro sa akin, yung course ng nutrition was yung typical na sinasabing carbohydrates, iwas ang fat, dapat As I got older, and I also noticed sa mga kliyente ko, maraming nahirapan to control their weight, to lose weight on that type of diet. Meron akong isang kaibigan, when I was also a fashion model, meron akong isang kaibigan na si Bong Regala, na minsan tumataba. Pero pag malapit kami mag-fashion show, hindi siya magra-rise. Hindi siya mag-rise ng mga 2, 3 days, 4 days. And pinagtatawanan ko siya because ako yung dinadaan ko is doing high cardio. Magbabike ako na 2 hours a day and then magja-jogging, magma-martial arts pa. And I would lose weight. Pero nakakagulat, pagdating ng fashion show, itong si Bong, pumayat. Kasi hindi naman siya nag-gym. And yet, pumayat siya habang ako pinapatay ko ang sarili ko. When I got married, I got older, I started gaining weight. Hindi madaling i-control yung weight kesa sa dati. And then I tried to lose the weight by patayan sa gym. I would be biking for 2 hours a day, and then may jogging ako for 2 hours a day. May gym weights na 2 hours a day. Pinapatay ko ang sarili ko. Iwas fats. And then after 1 month, I only lost about 4 pounds. And I was trying to lose weight kasi may in-offer sa akin na movie role. Nadismaya yung director when he saw me because it was for Jezebel, yung movie na Jezebel. Na supposed to be ako yung hunky fisherman. Naalala niya before, a few months before, naalala niya na hunky because when I became an actor, ako yung Ricardo the Body Cepeda. Hi Weng, hello. Watching from Singapore. Hi Weng. So, Jovic, frustrated ako because I didn't get the part. After trying to lose weight for 2 months, mataba pa rin ako, hindi enough for the role, pinalitan ako ng director. So, I gave up on doing those type of roles. And then, nauso yung mga libro, yung mga Atkins diet, and then si Oprah Winfrey had these mga people coming on her show. At meron isang specialist dyan who talked about yung low carb diet. So, I took a look at that. I started adapting it. Sabi ko, baka, di ba? After trying and trying for how many times unsuccessfully, baka naman give this a try and see, right? So, that was about 2004. Diyan ko nakita. 2004, bumili ako ng mga libro ni Atkins, and I started applying yung low carbohydrate principles to use ketosis. So at the time, hindi pa tinatawag na keto diet. Yung tawag lang sa kanya is low carbohydrate. Actually, dati sinasabi no carbohydrate. Pero, imposible. It's almost impossible unless very strict ka na puro karne lang, animal products ang kainin mo. Very impossible to try to do a zero carbohydrate diet. So, 2004, I started doing it and talagang pumayat ako. That's when I started doing a lot of action films again. And it helped because pumayat ako. I was able to get better. And then medyo napabaya ako. Yung tinatawag nilang nadapa. I started eating. Daanin ko na lang sa exercise because I was doing badminton every day. And yet hindi ko kaya. Actually, what got me back on this was yung intermittent fasting. So 2004, I've been doing low carb on and off. And then in about 2016, 2017, nauso sa mga artista yung intermittent fasting, which was using the principle of ketosis. Although a lot of people doing IF do not necessarily do keto, when I got good results from doing IF, dyan ko nakita, what if, since it uses ketosis, what if you combine that with a keto diet? So, kinumbine, I looked at it in both, and talaga mas effective yung And then I also got in touch when I found out na I met sila Jim Alagaw, sila Dave Aguila. In fact, si Dave, yan ang ginawa nga ni Dave, kinumbine nga niya yung low carb and intermittent fasting to make it LCIF. Ako parang it was baliktad din. Naging ako IFLC, sabi nga ni Dave. IF sa LC. Yes, Yashika. Way of eating lang. In fact, yung sinasabi nga nila, yung weight loss or fat loss is actually 95% diet, way of eating. Hindi starvation. A lot of people when they think of diet kasi akala nila gutuman eh. No, it's way of eating. Diet, if you look at the definition of diet, it's a way of eating, the way you eat, not gutuman. And that's what a lot of people do, nagpapagutom to try to lose weight, tapos hindi nila kaya. Actually, sa keto, kumakain ka ng marami, di ba? Way of eating ang sikreto. 95% diet, 5% lang exercise. Minsan may magsasabi 99%. Hi, Direk Yami Domingo. Hello, hello. In the process of cooking adobo with cocoa aminos. Hindi ko pa nadagdag yung cocoa aminos. Karen Malyari, hi. Oy, my mom is watching from Florida also. Minago, hi mom. Cooking adobo. Massive adobo. Para sa, baka adobo business nga eh. Yashika, oh, dati pinapatay ko sarili ko sa exercise, di ba? Tapos nagagawa naman, you can do massive exercises, patayin mo sarili mo and you will lose weight. Yung problema, hindi mo ma-maintain eh. Di ba? Hindi mo ma-maintain, you cannot kill yourself. Kaya ang daming mga kaibigan ko when I was a gym instructor, ang dami kong kaibigan na dating aerobics instructor na after a while, na-injure sila, they couldn't do aerobics, tumaba because they were eating high carbs. At hindi nila magawa yung aerobics nila which they were using to control their weight. Nakita ko sa camera yung position ng fire ko dito sa naggalaw ko yata ito. Okay. Yes, Weng. Oh, eating big factor. In fact, I only do 20 minutes itong quarantine na to. I only do about 15 to 20 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. And I was able to maintain my weight. Sabi ni Jovic, pwede ba mag-cheat day sa keto? Wala naman pumipigil sa'yo because if you are maintaining, it's up to you eh. If you find that having a cheat day, meaning that you're going to do carbs on that day, depende kasi. Yung sinasabi ng maraming keto, if you are already fat adapted, that is your body is used to burning fat right away for energy. Even if you do a one-day cheat, it will not affect your fat burning. If you do too many cheat days, ayan ang problema. Engineer Butch Mendoza. Hi, Butch. I have seen this and this is true. Yeah, si Butch kasama ko yan sa business eh. Si Butch actually there was a time na okay. Nag-alert yun ako naman. Kinukulit ako ng phone ko to work on my memories there. My internal memory. Yeah, Butch. Sinasabi nga ni Butch, I've seen this is so true. Si Butch Mendoza from Baguio is a electrical engineer. And si Butch kasama ko yun sa negosyo for 2 years. And when we would go to the provinces, sinaserve kami ng mga masasarap na pagkain na maraming rice, kaya tumaba kami ng todo. And then there was a time napansin ni wifey, she said, uy, mga tiyan nyo. So I had to really pag-aralan and go straight into keto kasi napansin ko sobrang laki. So nagulat si Butch when he saw me about 2 weeks later na lumiit ako eh. So si Butch rin started doing it also. Yan, Butch sabi, I'm doing this diet na po. Si Butch also started taking tips on how to do this kasi nakita niya sa akin and I think that's the best way for us to promote this is to be a living example. We do it so that other people see it's effective. That's why paminsan-minsan yung sa mga keto groups, even though matagal na silang umabot sa goal weight nila, and happy maintaining na, it's always important that you post your before pictures even though if it was 2 years ago mataba ka or a year ago mataba ka, because people who are new to the group don't realize na galing ka rin dun. So you know what you're talking about. Okay, my time is yep. Okay guys, I'm going to be very Jenny Synth De Villa, hi. I can see my is going my time. I have about a minute on my cooking time left. And my adobo is looking great. Gonna check again because it's already about time. Yes. Sarap ng smell, sarap ng smell. Now, yung mga meats ko nga have shrunk. They've gotten to a nice smaller size. So in fact, pwede ko nang, I think, ipagsama-sama na ngayon yung iba eh. I can, from what I had from 2 pots, using 2 cooking pots, I can actually start transferring na into 1. Kasi lumiit eh. The meats have gone down about 50% from when they were raw. Yung bagong ano pa lang sila, they wouldn't fit into my pots, so I had to use 2 pots to start cooking them. But after the simmering process, talagang lumiit na sila. Now I'm really going to be, dami nito, I'm going to be frying it up, doing a twice cook adobo style nito. Sabi nga ni ano, anong pangalan nitong ano? What are you calling this adobo? Sabi ko nga ano, it's a, yung suggestion nga ni Marina, Go-Go Adobo, or Adobo Go-Go, or Ricardo's Go-Go Adobo. There it is. Timer. There it is. So guys, Idol Iso, thanks for watching. Okay guys, I'm gonna start doing extra finishing touches to this adobo. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sure some of you are already also cooking your dinner. So I think I'm gonna have to, because my phone is warning me na yung memory niya has to be adjusted. So thank you all. Thanks for watching guys. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen while I was preparing this adobo. See you again sa next live. Thank you. God bless everybody. Nahulog ba? Yeah, Yashika, I'm gonna start ending the video, the live na kasi my phone is requesting me to adjust the memory dahil naapektuhan nun yung memory niya, yung functions daw niya. Thank you guys for sharing this time with me and for joining me on. I'll see you guys on the next live. Maraming salamat. God bless everybody. Have a good dinner. Let's all be safe. Keep safe. Amen. Love you all.